All right, starting.
Okay, what's up, everybody? My name is CJ, aka the Director of Media Relations here for UNF. I'm going to introduce Danny. He is the owner and I consider him CEO of UNF. And we're going to be talking about just the basic transactions over the NBA and free agency and lottery picks and draft picks and all the good stuff. So we encourage you all to join in the conversation, ask any questions you may have, and let's get some good things going. While we're doing watching Summer League, and it's the Philadelphia 76ers versus the let me get my phone to look at the chat.
Or it's about to be lit, son. We're lit out here today. What game is on? You said? I totally forgot what you just said. Hey, CJ.
Yeah.
What game did you say was on?
The what the hell? And the LA Lakers versus Philadelphia 76ers.
Wow, what? They get some bad news.
Yeah.
I like it.
Tweet
I
out.
like it. I like it. All right. All right, well, you know what I'm saying? I can't watch it right now because my shit is connected to the YouTube. Right,
I just retweeted it and started it.
Yeah, so everybody, there's gonna be a few more people coming in. They're just gonna be late, but it's fine because you got to do best in there.
Yeah. I can't view comments on the video.
I got it up already.
How do you wait? Where do you have it up?
I just clicked on it, and the comments are right here on the right side.
Does it say group chat?
It says, I guess.
There's 0 watching now, which will get more people once we get more.
Yeah, we'll get more. But yeah, we're gonna talk about. Like I said earlier, there's people gonna be joining here pretty soon. Some other people from the organization, and then we're gonna talk about the NBA free agency, the trades, the draft, who we. Oh, what's up, Lawrence? What's going on, Lawrence? How you doing, man? Like you stopping by in the podcast, dude.
I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I want to talk about the whole. Let's start with the Big Bang first. Let's start about this whole Golden State Warriors situation and Kevin Durant. So I saw this thing today that said it took 4 player salaries just to get Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, to be honest. I don't like the move at all, and I don't like the fact that you drop 4 players that have 2 rings, probably. Back-to-back rings.
I think it was Maurice Space.
It was Harrison Barnes, Maurice Space.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, you can't tell me, dude, that's gay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I understand they want to go big with an all-star, but at the same time, like, how you gonna mess up team's chemistry, and especially 4 guys that have probably back-to-back rings. One guy that does have a ring, but he's a superstar. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Kevin Durant. He's like one of my favorite players, but at the same time, like, why would you risk that? Like, you could just sign all these players back and get you a nice, like, another pickup, but instead you want to go big or go home. Which I can't believe.
Who can be the center for Golden State now? If you don't have Azalea, you don't have Bogut.
It's probably more likely it's gonna be Varejao.
Oh, flopping Varejao, you mean? What's his name?
Well, I mean, you gotta look at his hair. It's like a mop anyway. So I mean, I don't really know.
I mean, I don't really like Varejao as a player. No offense to him. He's kind of a bench warmer, kind of like Luke Walton. But
I mean, really, they don't. All they need is some guy that scraps rebound. That's it, and that's what he does. He don't score. He's not a scorer. I mean, you got four starters.
it was a big move for KD. He wants to win. Yeah. St. Lawrence. This is the thing I don't like about it. They have way too much money in the salary cap this offseason, and
Right.
the only reason why I'm mad is because you add a guy. Okay, so let's look at the Warriors situation. Let's break this down very quickly. You have a guy named Steph Curry who shoots about 30 shots a game. That's a lot of shots. He shoots the majority of the team shots. You have Klay Thompson, shoots about, what, 20 to 15?
Yeah, 20, 25.
Mostly a spot-up shooter, nothing too crazy. And then you start going into the other players. You had Harrison Barnes, not really a shooter, kind of a pop-up guy, kind of there just to get the defensive. The reason why the Warriors were so good is because the defensive was awesome. They had size. That's what they had. They were fine. So my problem with that is to get KD, you move a guy in Maurice Spates who adds versatility in the three-point shot for a center, which is not very common. And then you get rid of Leandro Barbosa, you get rid of veteranship. Leandro was great in the playoffs, let me add that. And then with that being said, you move a bunch of other guys that you don't, and you get rid of Bogut and you get rid of HB. So you've already got four of your top stars that are gone because of one Kevin Durant. Durant's not really much of a rebounder. He's more of a versatile. He runs both. He's like a LeBron. He runs the sides of the floor that need to be run. He can get out in space. But the reason why I have a problem with it is now you don't. How are you going to allocate the shooting? You know what I mean? Is KD going to become a rebounding in the paint all the time? Is Steph Curry going to start driving him more? Is he going to stop taking threes? You know what's going to happen? You know?
Yeah, because you get three, four if you want to count Draymond Green. Four like all-stars on one team. Like, how is the ball sharing going to go? Is KD shoot more? Like, is Stephen Curry going to say, hey, this is my team. I'm taking over whether you like it or not? You don't know. I mean, yeah, it's a big move. I understand he wants to win. But as Charles Barkley said, it's the easy way to get the ring. Like, now these days, these players, they don't want to be loyal to their teams. Like a Kobe Bryant or a Tim Duncan or Kevin Garnett. Even though he went to the Boston Celtics, he's still a guy that's been loyal to Minnesota. You don't have those kind of guys no more. You want these guys that all they want is a ring. All they want is a ring. Like Charles Barkley, he don't have a ring, but he's a loyal guy, and he's a Hall of Famer. Allen Iverson, he didn't get a ring. He was loyal to the 76ers until they traded him.
That's true. But if you think about the Boston situation for a second, what do you? I mean, this is the trade that sent Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and KG all to Boston. One of the greatest teams of all time, might I add, that won a ring. But this is the problem I have with Golden State now. You have five players that are very capable of producing pretty big numbers. But is this more of a scoring team now, or is this more of a defensive team? Because KD's long, KD's lengthy. You have length in that lineup now. I mean, it's not like you didn't have length before, but you have a 6'10" guy, you have a 6'10" center, you have a 6'3" point guard, you have a 6'7" shooting. I mean, that's length. But I don't know. I think, honest to God, I think the Golden State Warriors are going to be much better. I just don't know how it's going to be this season. I want to see how that turns out.
Well, you got to think into consideration. Your lineup, your tallest guy in your starting lineup is 6'10", which is Varejao.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Al should have got a ring.
He actually got a ring, but they played him. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help that he had to play freaking like Michael Jordan every season that he was in the playoffs. It didn't help.
One of the best shooting guards in NBA history, might I add.
I mean, Barkley, he should have got a ring, but he just never had a team. That's pretty much it. You couldn't, if you look at his teams, you'd be like, who was on his roster? It was just Barkley. Yeah. I mean, when Barkley went over to the Rockets when he was with I think it was Elijah one. I'm pretty sure it was. They still didn't get a ring. So I mean, it's just hard because they had to play freaking Michael Jordan every year. Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman. You just can't beat them. You got the GOAT. You got Scottie Pippen, one of the best defenses of all time, and then Dennis Rodman. He's a cleanup man. He can get every board possible. You just couldn't beat him. Like they had all right point guard and like Steve Kerr, or at one point they had Mark Price, but you just couldn't stop Michael Jordan. That was it. I mean, the only time you stopped Michael Jordan is when he went to baseball. When he went to baseball in I think '94. But
I got
one of
you.
those guys a little bit more talking action. I
Okay.
mean, no, I mean, if you, I mean, I'm a guy that watches Hardwood Classics on ESPN Classic. I've seen Barkley play. He can talk what he says. I mean, his action is louder than his words.
Amen to
Like
that.
it's the opposite, because like you got to think too, Lawrence. Who did Barkley have to play against every year? Olajuwon, Tim Duncan, Dike Mutombo, Shaq, like Dennis Rodman. He had to play the elite power forwards and centers in the league in the '90s. So Barkley, considering he's like one of those top guys, like it was hard for him. Like he had to play those kind of guys every single time, and even in the playoffs. But Barkley didn't have a really good team in the playoffs, yet alone his career. So you got to think like I said, in the '90s he had to play all those the greats. David Robinson, yeah, Admiral, yeah, he was one of them. That's what you got to think.
Well, do me a huge favor. Tweet out the stream. Let's get like 100 viewers getting in here. We can talk. We can have a huge debate. This is what I love about sports. You can debate it all night. Go ahead and get that stream rolling. Go ahead and get that word out. We're going to talk. We're talking for the next several hours about this. And Parker said, "Invite me." Okay. You're gonna have to send him the link via Twitter or not Twitter. I fucking.
Okay, I got you. All right.
I don't know if Parker knows much about sports, but okay, I'm gonna go through the free agent list here. Get this Twitch stream out. We want to get more people. This is the first ever podcast here on the UNF channel. We're really excited to be starting this every single Saturday for the next several weeks, including the school year. I'm with myself and Danny, the owner of UNF. We're so happy to be having you guys come here and to witness this with us. This is a huge feat in our YouTube channel to try to get our publicity up, to get more people to come watch us. And it's kind of like a radio show almost, because you're talking about sports. We can get more people in here from the UNF scene that everyone can join in. But right now we're taking a little bit of a commercial break. Danny, if you go ahead and hit the ad for me, it's on the main page. You can send an advertisement, and we will be right back.
I don't know how to do that.
Or you can mute your mic. You can mute your mic, one of the two.
All right. We'll be back. Give us like 5 minutes.
We'll be back in 5 minutes, boys.
All right, we're back. We are back. We are back.
What's good, beautiful people?
Hey, what's up, Forgiver Squad? What's going on, fellas? We are back. We are back in this.
Sorry about that. If I can figure out how to put there's like some kind of ad stream thing. Like if I can learn how to put ads, once we get
I mean,
the
we'll learn it, man. Don't worry about it. We'll learn it. We'll learn it. All right. So Lord said, are we gonna be talking about esports too? Maybe in the next one. I kind of want to like do this like NBA kind of thing, but it's our first time. We want to just do a topic or some
hit the damn
topics.
subscribe button. Please get us more subscribers. We're trying to. The goal for this year, as crazy as this sounds, is 100K. That would be fantastic. It's not impossible. We can do it. Y'all, we need y'all support. Tweet the stream out. Get more active viewers in here.
My friends.
Who is this?
This
Oh God! What's up, Hypes? Hey, that's my boy.
We got Hypes in here. Hypes, you don't need to put
Turn your camera on, bro. This is not a live commentary.
It's a podcast, buddy.
Yeah, sure. My bad.
Is this YouTube partnered? Yes, we are partnered on YouTube.
Yes, we are.
So
Alright,
let's talk free agency, guys.
What?
Alright.
Let's talk free agency. I think Kevin Durant's a
Okay.
Yeah, we can talk free agency, man.
I have a list of free agents on my phone here. Give me a second.
Oh, man.
Okay, so let's go down the list here.
Alright.
This is from irrelevant to relevant people. The first person that I see on this list that looks relevant to me is Harrison Barnes. I know we just talked about this, but we're going to bring it back up again. Then you can have it easily. Yeah. The thing about Google Hangout I don't know how to do is to set time breaks. So I have like a 20-minute and then have a time break for 5 minutes, and it plays like our UNF logo and all that good stuff. But that's once we get more advanced.
I mean, I could just screen share it, just have it sit there. I don't know.
That can work too if it doesn't sound like it's sounding through a tube. But.
I think you go to the control room on the left-hand side.
Yeah, you might be able to do it on the control. Well, yeah, he might have a point.
Yeah, hey, let's get questions from the fans on Twitter.
I'll tell you how later.
Tweet at me.
Cool, buddy, cool. Okay, so the first free agent we're going to talk about today is Harrison Barnes from the Golden State Warriors, now in the Dallas Mavericks. Guys, go ahead and tweet out the stream. I'm watching the chat right now. Go ahead and tweet out the stream. We got 2 viewers. We had 3. Give it a like and subscribe. I'm going to keep saying this over and over because we're going to have a really fun time. Our first ever podcast here for UNF. This is going to be weekly. We'll change the subject based on what topics are currently going on in esports. For instance, we might have a talk about, UNF Lando. But for now, we're talking about NBA free agency. Like I said, what are your all opinions about Harrison Barnes getting, I wouldn't say traded, with him and his teammate Andrew Bogut are now headed to the Dallas Mavericks? How's that going to impact the Dallas Mavericks roster?
Well, if you think about it, you got 2 guys, right? Both got 2 rings. Bring them on Dallas Mavericks, right? With
Now,
I believe
Chandler
Dirk
Parsons is no longer there.
Huh?
He replaces Chandler Parsons, Harrison Barnes.
Okay, yeah, of course. I mean, you got Dirk there. There's your veteran, right?
The power forward, right?
Yeah. So you got Darren Williams.
Mm-hmm.
David Lee's your center. You got Raymond Felton, Wesley Matthews, I believe. JaVale McGee. I don't know why I said his name. He's irrelevant now. Charlie Villanueva, Devin Harris. You got a lot of names that could be recognized alongside Andrew Bogut and Harrison. But I believe they're gonna bring that championship vibe. Because like I said, they won a couple rings. So all these guys that they got on the team, I think they're gonna help benefit them. Yeah. Not how much, but I think it's gonna be a solid team. I say a 500+ team.
I'm gonna go. They win 53 games this year if they're healthy.
I say I agree with you. Around the 50 range. But their team is kind of old, man. There's a bunch of oldies. A bunch of old guys on here.
So we're moving on from Harrison Barnes, a small forward. Well, let's transition all the way into kind of a center that made some noise. Now, this person, y'all are familiar with, his name is Bismack Biyombo. This guy was drafted, sent to the bench, played for Charlotte for a little bit, didn't really do much, comes to Toronto, plays for Jonas Valanciunas in the playoffs, and dominates. Now, I don't know if he's a one-and-done type of deal, but if I'm telling you he's a great pickup for Orlando, Orlando's going to be scary next year. That is going to be a really, really good roster. Who do they have? Victor Oladipo, Evan Fournier. You have Serge Ibaka. You have Bismack Biyombo. That's a really good-looking roster, if you're telling me.
First of all, sir, Victor Oladipo is at
Orlando. Okay, never mind. Let's scratch that part. Everyone but Victor Oladipo. Am I? Yeah, of course. Turn your mic on, silly. But I'm trying. What am I trying to think of? But honest to God, I think if you think about it, Bismack as not the shooting aspect, but the rebounding aspect. That's what Orlando desperately needs. It could be possible.
Let's think about it. Who is on Orlando Magic that you can name? That's pretty good.
I have to go back to their roster here. Let me go. I can pull up their roster here.
Yeah, well, I'll give it to you, man. I'll give it to you. You added Serge Ibaka, right?
Yep.
You got Aaron Gordon. He's a up and coming phenom.
Oh, that's a good player.
You got Nikolai Vujovic. I guess that's his name. I ain't gonna try to sound it again.
Here's the full roster. Sorry, I just pulled up my phone. Here we go.
You got Peyton. You got Alfred Payton. He's pretty good. He's upcoming. Shabazz Napier.
Shabazz Napier, Keith Appling, Jason Smith, C.J. Watson, Willie Green, Jody Meeks. So right there, you have a good, solid team. You have Serge Ibaka and you have Aaron Gordon as a power forward. Two really good players. Nikola Vucevic.
Yeah, and then you got Nikolai. He's gonna be your center.
Awesome anchor at the center. Then you have Alfred Payton, the younger guard.
Your point guard, correct? Who's your shooting guard? Jody Meeks? I don't know. The thing is, they got 4 point guards.
Who did they put it? Who they drafted?
You got CJ, Keith Applin, Shabazz Napier, and Alfred Payton.
Those are all.
Their shooting guard should be Evan.
Evan Fournier. Yeah.
He's a starter.
Evan Fournier is good, dude. Like people don't think he's that good, but I swear, dude, he's a good shooter.
Yeah. So I mean, there's your starting 5. I mean, if you think about it, actually, you know what? You know what was a good addition to Orlando? Their coach.
Oh yes.
Frank Vogel from Pacers.
Ooh.
You can't forget about that.
Tom Thibodeau of the Timberwolves adds veteran leadership to a team that needs help. I mean, that team could be really good this year. It's not as good as OKC or Houston or Miami or someone that has. That's one thing I want to discuss. We'll discuss that later on. What's going to happen with Miami because they're not going to be as good as they were last year.
No.
But,
well, actually, no, they won't be as good, but I believe they'll still, be up there. They won't be the elite team.
No, they lost Wade. They lost. I can't remember his name. They lost Joe Johnson.
Joe Johnson is an up and down player though.
That's true. Guys, go ahead and put your comments in the comment section below. Let's get some conversation going. Lawrence, if you're still here, forgiven. Go ahead and put your comments. We're trying to get some conversation going. We're talking about the Orlando Magic roster as of the trade deadline. As of the summer league and as a free agency and the draft and just overall how they did this offseason. Because last year Orlando was a good team. They were young. They weren't quite experienced. Mario Hezonja is a small forward, but he didn't really play to the advantage he could have. They got Bismack Biyombo. So, they got a good overall player right there. I'm trying to think who else would be in the East that'd be contending with them.
Who?
With the Orlando Magic. Who else is up there? I'd say, okay, put Cleveland, for instance. They only got rid of one player. That's Timothy Mozgov. That's all they got rid of. It's over? What do you mean it's over? What's over? I'm trying to think.
You think about it.
Golden State.
Golden State God. Yeah, well, the thing is, you got to think about it though. Okay, just say, they picked up Kevin Durant, right? There's your big move, right? He hasn't won a ring yet, so he could be that guy that messes it up for him.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't been at the stage. He's been in the finals once I believe, and that was against the Cavaliers.
No, twice. He won it once.
Oh, twice.
He won in 2013 against the Mavericks.
Oh, okay. So,
He won it one time in 2012, 13, I believe.
yeah. Well, I mean, forgiven squad. I believe. I mean, gods is not like the word I would say. I think
they're going to be
careful.
elite. They'll be elite. Let's say that.
I mean, because Golden State can be beat, right? Any team can be beat. Now you got to look at it too. Cavaliers still got their whole roster. Like I said, CJ said it earlier that they just lost Mozgov. Mozgov was really not an effective player. He was the bench player. And you got to think about it too is who they pick up in the.
Sorry.
You got to think about who did they pick up in the draft.
I don't think they had any draft picks. This might have been the first year that Cleveland didn't have a draft pick.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I was surprised.
That's crazy. Okay, well,
not even a single. They didn't even acquire a pick. They just lost Timofey Mozgov. He didn't really do much in the playoffs, to be honest.
oh wow. Okay, well then I don't know. I don't know if they. I don't really follow Cavaliers. Cause I don't give a crap.
I don't follow them either. I just know that they lost. They just stayed at the roster after they acquired Junior Smith. But I mean, Cavaliers.
I know for a fact they re-signed whatever his name is, Richard Jefferson.
Oh yeah, Richard Jefferson's coming back 100%. LeBron's coming back 100%.
Yeah, so they better not sign him to no $200 million contract. I want to shit.
The one thing you could be scared of, there's actually two teams in the East that I could be totally freaked out about with my Hawks, and that's the Bulls and the Knicks. Bulls and Knicks have gotten better. Let me tell you that next year.
Actually, let's have a Heist. What do you think about who do you think is going to be a contender with the Cavaliers?
Warriors, but I'm just going to say this.
No, I'm talking about in the East.
Who's the best team in the
East? The Knicks, and that's pretty much it. Maybe the Bulls. I don't really know. But maybe the Knicks and the Bulls, and Orlando. That's a pretty good team this year. But all I want to know is, I just want to say this though: Kevin Durant is going to have a terrible year next year because he cannot handle all the negative energy coming towards him. Like, he can't handle being shit talked to. Every time he whines about it, every time it happens to him, it's going to affect his game. The Warriors, he's going to drop 10 points a game. I guarantee that. He's never going to be as good as he usually is. And because all the criticism of his fans is going to ruin and get inside his head, he's going to mess with his game. So he's not going to play this thing. And Kevin Durant, the Thunder was Kevin and Russell Westbrook's team. Alright? The Warriors is Stephen Curry's team. I don't think Kevin Durant can handle that. I think he has to be a star, and I don't think he's going to have a good season. So the Warriors, yeah, they're going to have a good season, but when it comes to playoffs, you can't count on Kevin Durant.
I'm going to say that I don't think he'll have a terrible season. I think the Warriors have to worry about two things. A, they have to worry about who's going to get the possessions, because, first of all, Golden State is a heavy, heavy shooting guard team. That's who they rely on for their scoring, if I'm not correct. Klay Thompson and Steph Curry were the majority of their points throughout the entire series. Now you add a power forward / small forward who can get to the lane. They didn't really have that last year. Iguodala was their small forward that could get to the lane. Sean Livingston could get to the lane. But now you add a versatile Kevin Durant. So does that mean that they start going they go from small ball to big ball? They start going to the paint more often? Because they were mostly just, if you get it, shoot it type team. You know? So my question, I guess, to every single person is, if the Warriors allocate the time possession, let's say Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and Klay Thompson all get at least 20 shots a game, they could score over 180 points. They could score over 100 points a game. But it's just the problem. Who's going to rebound? Who's going to get the possession? Who's going to be his leader? Because you got three. You're going to have Steph Curry and Kevin Durant as leaders on the team. No, I don't believe so.
Well, you can't forget either the egos of Klay Thompson and Draymond Green too.
Oh, and Draymond, exactly. You got an egotistical. I'm just kidding. You got nuts.
Hey, also to go back to the the Cavaliers too is I believe J.R. Smith hasn't signed his contract yet.
That'd be huge. He's got
He's
a
going
great, great player.
I think there's a strong chance he's going to since LeBron.
Oh yeah, hey, they lost Della Vadova too.
I forgot about that.
I forgot about that.
He would never be a good player on the Cavaliers because he never gets to start. So I'm glad he went to the Bucks. He might actually be able to do something this season, so I'm rooting for him. So yeah, I think the Bucks could have a good season this year. I feel like they're gonna go maybe above 500, maybe in the 400.
I mean, really, if you think about it, if they don't, they could just sign someone else besides J.R. Smith. But I mean, J.R. Smith. I mean, to be honest, they don't. I wouldn't want them to lose J.R. Smith because like he's a pretty good clutch player and he's good at three.
Let's hear about the trade Burke trade.
Yeah, Hypes, your mic's lagging really, really bad, bro.
Is it good enough?
Are you on your computer, my friend?
Your mic sounds like it's stuck in the robotic like sex thing. Just like
Okay, well he's gone. He'll come back. Everybody, no worries.
I'll plug it back in. Yeah. Forgive and make sure you get more. So we need comments coming in. We don't care what you talk about, but it'd be nice if it was NBA free agency. But if you want to talk about esports, we're happy to go into that. Whatever people can talk about, we want to get more conversation going and more versatility. And you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, you don't want to forget too in the East, I believe Atlanta Hawks too.
Yeah, Hawks are good, but they're not great.
I think they could contend, to be honest.
They could, but I don't know if they can do it right this second.
I mean, think about it. You had Dwight Howard.
We had Dwight Howard. We lose Al Horford, who's a great player for us. But, I mean, you go ahead and then you add what's his name. We had 4 draft picks. We have Torian Prince. E-girls, great topic. Oh, fuck yes. You can go any E-girl you want to. We got Torian Prince this offseason. We got a guy named Isaiah Cornier from France, who's a great shooter. We got a guy. Who else we get? We got the guy out of St. John's. I think his name is like DeAndre Bembry. And a bunch of one other guy. I don't remember his name from Europe. But I think we can still be dangerous. We have a good team. We lost Jeff T2 to the Pacers in a trade to get Torian Prince. But I mean that's still going to be a solid roster. Bud is always figuring out a way to get wins. That's what I like about Bud.
Oh yeah, too. The Warriors. I forgot to say too earlier, is they signed Zaza Pachulia.
Oh, from Dallas. He's a good player. Very good player.
I mean, he's a dirty guy. He just gets he just plays. So I mean, well, see, I mean, I want to say too is the Pistons. Okay, now. Pistons, picked up like Ish Smith, which was pretty good for the Hornets, I believe. No, Pelicans.
Yeah. Pelicans need shooting. That's what they lack. You lose Aaron Gordon, you pick up what's his name, Buddy Hield. So I guess you get a trade for a trade there.
And then you keep Andre Drummond.
Great. Andre Drummond. Oh, you mean Anthony Davis?
No, Andre Drummond.
For the Pistons, yeah. I mean, they need Andre. Andre's a great player. That's a young team that's going to get only better and better and better. They made the playoffs.
He's like an older Hassan Whiteside.
Actually, he's younger than Hassan Whiteside.
Is he?
He's 22 years old.
Oh wow! I thought he was older.
I saw it on the computer and I was like, wait, how is he? He's 22 years old. I think Andre.
That's something I did not know.
I think Drummond. I'm sorry. I think Whiteside is 26, I believe.
Wow, he's that old already?
I don't know if that's a true fact. Don't quote me on that. I just think. Guys,
what do you think about the Pacers?
Good, but not great. Need some help.
I mean, they did sign Al Jefferson.
He's a good player.
Paul George needs some new teammates. If he gets some good teammates, then yeah, there'd be a good team.
There we go. Hey, what up, Pipes?
Yeah, I had to switch my phone.
Okay. Hey, the quality is good.
Yeah.
No, but I think that team could be really dangerous. But they need. I forgot who they got in the draft.
They got someone good. I forget his name though.
I mean, that team could be really dangerous. The Paul George is like the Kevin Durant and LeBron James. Really good player. They have a chance to be really
I
dangerous.
mean, I don't know. Paul George could be that, one man guy like a LeBron or something. But
He can
you
be.
just can't take that risk because of his injury, Like
Yeah.
he did amazing last year for recovery.
Oh, yeah, no, that's 100% right. That's why I made the 2K cover.
Like, oh, and a 2K cover.
Congrats to him. Great player. Always will be a great player. And he hopefully will be a Hall of Famer in the next 10 years.
Oh.
Paul George.
Yeah, I could see him going to the Hall of Fame.
Give him a couple more years in his prime, yes.
Yeah, I could definitely see Paul George in the Hall of Fame 100%. I'm trying to look for who Indiana got real quick.
So, is there any other
Did
topics
they even have a pick? Good lord.
that we're going to talk about? Are there going to be any other topics, or are we just talking about the off season or the free agency?
We're going free agency for now. If you want to talk about like other stuff, we're trying to get questions in the chat. If we get questions in the chat, that'd be awesome.
We needed people. Hey, just get people to tweet us something on do like a Q&A or something on
We have to
people
stop
to
Q&A, and then we have to get them. We have to answer it via when they're here. That's the point of a podcast, is to answer live questions.
yeah.
But like I said, we got 2 viewers watching right now. We got 5 likes. Thank you guys so much for the liking of that. And it's a good sign that we got some viewership going on here. Tweet out your questions to us. We can start a hashtag UNF. If you have questions, go ahead and tweet at us. If you don't, we're going to keep talking about NBA free agency. If you have any teams that are just like, wow, we need to look at that team. They're really good. Please go ahead and tweet out. But for right now, myself, Hypes, and Psycho, a.k.a. Danny, are going to be taking another commercial break. So if there's anything you want to talk about, put it in the chat. We'll be right back in about 5 minutes, guys.
Yo, Parker, cut your camera off and mute your mic.
E.
Let's go to restroom.
Yo, Parker, cut your camera off and mute your mic.
All right, we back, man.
What's good?
Yo, who is playing the music continuously?
Me.
Why, dude? You know you can hear it?
Yeah, that's the point. So the viewers have something to listen to while we're on our little break.
I know. You know, my fault. My shit was muted the whole time. I forgot that I was supposed to keep my mic on, like an idiot.
That's why you have to keep your mic on to play, because they can see what you're trying to play.
Nah, Parker joined the call with his this camera on. He was like, "Hello."
I didn't even see him.
Yeah, I saw him.
I just put my iTunes on and went to the bathroom. Okay, anybody, we're back. Back for the third. We're gonna do one more commercial break, and then we're gonna call it good for the night. Thank you guys so much for coming out. We have myself, we have Hypes, aka Will, we got Fusion, aka Parker, all here in the chat, getting some conversation about sports. We're probably gonna branch into esports here in a minute. About top organizations, just to get some topics flowing through. Like I said, if you have any questions, please put in the chat below. And yeah.
Anybody want goldfish? I got a 45 pack of goldfish. I got a plenty.
What the fuck?
I mean, I'm munching off the cheeses. I'm kind of goofy.
I went to Sam's today, man.
Oh, so you went all out.
Nah, all I got was some Red Bull and some Cheez-Its.
Oh, I'm done. Oh shit, dude. How do I go back to my thing? Oh no.
We're back, guys. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, we out here. All right, Parker, you can now mute your mic, sir.
Bro,
Dang, son. At least like mute your mic when you're trying to go in the bag, sir.
my bad.
I mean, I know everyone wants to hear the sound of someone going in the bag, but you know.
Thought I muted it before I did that. My bad.
Everyone in the podcast can hear that shit.
Yeah, so hopefully I get some questions back. I tweeted out and everything, so hopefully we get some Q&As that we can answer and stuff.
It's 12 weeks. Good God, it's pretty good.
Yeah, but anyways, man, I just think, to be honest, This free agency is suck ass, and I'm glad that the NBA is going back to the lower the salary cap. And I believe it might be 2016, 17. I'm not sure, or it's actually no 17, 18, 2017, 18. So that's exciting because all these guys can't get these overpaid contracts anymore. And it's going to come down to, hey, do you want to stay and be loyal, or you want to go somewhere else? So don't know, but that's up to them. And I'm glad they're lowering their salary cap. So these moves like Kevin Durant and like Mike Conley getting 30 million a year don't happen. Even though I love Mike Conley, but I don't think he's worth 30 million a year. I think he's more of a like 15 million a year player, at least half that. But that's not me. I'm not the president or CEO of Memphis. But like I said, if I would choose, I would say, hey, here's 15 million a year. Take it or leave it. But yeah. So we'll go through everyone's favorite teams. What is your favorite team, Mr. Hype?
Cavaliers, baby.
What is your thoughts on their free agency?
It's been good. We only lost one shitty player, so
All right.
we're still rocking.
Thinking about and Matthew Dellavedova.
Dude, Dellavedova, I'm glad he went to a different team because he's some cheeks, and he'll never start ever for the Cavaliers. Let's say both Kyrie and LeBron like broke their ACLs or tore them. So yeah, I'm glad he went to the Bucks. He had a good contract out of there. Maybe he can start, get some bitches on his dick. He's playing good. I don't know, but good luck to him.
Language, please. People podcast.
Yes, sir.
These dudes just like going off with the words. But what about you, CJ? What's your thoughts on your team so far as free agency?
Lost our best point guard and center, but we got even better players that back them up. I think we have a good potential to be a top 5 team in the East as long as we play together and get active shooters. I think we have more rookies than we do have players now. But I think overall as a team, the Hawks are going to be really good. I wouldn't say they're going to win 60 games. They're probably going to win maybe in the mid-50s this year, high 40s. Definitely going to be top 10, but I just don't know how the East is going to shape out with New York improving and Chicago improving severely. But we'll have to see. I really hope that we can pull through and get Dwight Howard in a minute. Yeah, that's what I think.
Who just joined? Johnny Boy. Fusion. What's your thoughts on your team if you even watch the NBA?
I don't watch the NBA.
Okay, well, so my thoughts on my team, which is the Grizzlies. We signed Conley to an overpriced contract. Most definitely, everyone can agree. Which is good. We picked up Chandler Parsons. Sorry, I said Tyson Chandler. Chandler Parsons. I mean, he's all right. I mean, he does the job at small forward, but I guess that's whatever. We lost Courtney Lee to the Knicks. I mean, he's a good backup. But he's getting kind of old, so we'll let him go. We lost who else was it? We lost Matt Barnes, another great bench player. He went to the Kings.
Another great bench.
I believe we still got our core 5, which we signed Conley, which is Tony Allen, Conley. Now it's gonna be Parsons, Zebo, and Marcus Gasol, MG33, baby, all day. But we still haven't signed a couple players like Lance Stevenson. I say we let him go because I don't want him to have another incident of blowing someone's ear, especially with a Grizzlies jersey on. Because that would be pretty embarrassing to be blowing someone's ear.
I mean, it happened to LeBron, but I mean, Lance is a good defender. He's just a terrible shooter. Sorry, Lance Stevenson.
Terrible both ways. Lance Stevenson is terrible both ways. But I mean, on all honesty, the way I see it, there's still a lot of good free agents out there. J.R. Smith, Dion Waiters. You got I believe Aaron Krabby from Blazers. I don't know if you guys know him. He's pretty good. Miles Leonard from the Blazers too. Ty Lawson. You got Ty Lawson, Tyler Johnson from the Heat. I think he'll re-sign with the Heat. Langston Galloway. I mean, he's all right from the Knicks. He might resign due to the fact that team they have. He'll probably get a lower cut, but you never know. Jared Sullinger, from the Celtics. I think he'll resign too because he's pretty. He's learning a little bit. Randy Floyd, David Lee, Raymond Felton. I mean, there's a lot of good guys out there. There's a couple of veterans out there. Brandon Bass. Like I said, Lance Stevenson, Isaiah Cannon, Luis Scola. There's a lot of guys that are still out there. Amari Stoudemire, of course. Alonzo G. So, I mean, we'll see. There's still plenty out there, talent. Bench players, guys that'll probably, play for you for a low minimum wage or whatever. I don't know. But like I said, with this stupid, rise of the salary cap, I think these guys get overpriced for nothing. So, I mean, I don't know. But I think even though Golden State's got a nice team, they picked up, a huge, like, superstar.
They're still gonna have. He's still gonna have a terrible year. I'm telling you.
I mean, I don't wish nothing on nobody, but I hope someone on that team gets injured so the season will get blown. Because the thing is, like, how can you let something like that happen? To be honest, if you're the NBA, because Golden State's gonna be like rolling through people like nothing, and you're gonna let that happen. But back in the day, Chris Paul couldn't even go to the Lakers, and really, Lakers didn't have the team like Golden State had. Like, Lakers had what? Paul Gasol and Kobe. I mean, that's nothing compared to Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. I mean, it is. It's Kobe Bryant we're talking about, but Kobe Bryant was getting old. So, I mean, and then I think that year...
That was back in, like, 2011, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's when Kobe was, like... That was when Kobe was, like, at the peak of his prime.
Yeah, but I think that's when he got injured, though. Isn't that when he got injured?
No, he got injured. He got injured in 2012, I think. But no, he won back-to-back championships, and in the 2011 season, he had I think he scored 25 points a game, something like that. That was one of his. I think that was one of his best seasons.
I mean, if you think about it too, if you really look at it, when they didn't let Chris Paul go to the Lakers, is kind of where the downfall of the Lakers happened. Because after that, guess what? They went to get Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard ended up just like joking them, leaving after 1 year. Then Paul Gasol left. It's like that's kind of where the downfall came when they didn't want Chris Paul to go to the Lakers. Lakers. It was gonna be a nice.
What team Paul Gasol's on? What team is he on?
Clippers.
I'm sorry, LSU.
I totally
He's
forgot.
on the Clippers. He was coming from the Hornets to the Lakers, but he ended up going to this.
You probably got the worst end of that deal too.
And then, like, I don't know why. Like, how does the league decline a trade? Like, I've never seen that happen before.
Like, if they exceed the salary cap, A and B, if there's too many players. That's the only way I know. But there was that was not even an issue. They just wouldn't let them go to LAL.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, they were scared that they were going to see the Lakers be good again. Now they got to struggle for about 6 to 7 years. No one wants to go there because they're doing so bad. 17-65, I think their record was. No one wants to go there.
Yeah.
No one wants to be on that team. You can just look at it from this free agency. Kevin Durant didn't want an interview. I don't think Carmelo wanted. I mean, not Carmelo. LeBron James didn't even go over there, even though he's a free agent, but he's probably gonna sign with the Cavaliers. Dwayne Wade didn't get an interview.
I think Dwayne Wade went home. I think if every player went home, KD would have gone to Washington to go play for the Wizards. He would have gone home. That's where he's from.
I mean, I think the Lakers are trying to set up for Westbrook, but I don't think it's going to happen if they don't do well this year. I mean, I don't know that for a fact, but it's a possibility he could go to the Lakers next year.
They went
Because-
17. They went 17 and 55 last year. Good
Yeah.
God.
All I know is
Oh.
I can't wait for John Wall to be a free agent. That's going to be a big decision.
I say he go. I think he stays in Washington. Man. He's had a hell of
He
a.
might. I don't know. I wouldn't. I would not stay in
Where's
Washington if I was John
John
Wall.
Wall?
Well, if you think about the salary cap, he's a free agent next year, right?
Yeah.
I believe so.
So if you think about it, that's a 17-18 salary cap. That's the one that lowers the salary cap. So it's gonna be he more likely might stay unless someone's gonna fork out like a max deal for him. Which
You know
I
the
think he
seven-
is worth a max deal.
Isn't the 17-18 season 2 years away? Because this year would be the 16-17 season.
Yeah.
So
It'll be
is the
next year.
salary cap going into effect now?
Yeah. It's
No.
on July 7th.
Year after.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All
I
right.
think it's
Yeah, this is 16-17. So the following year would be 17-18, yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I hope he stays. I'm not like he's done good there at the Wizards. I mean, they're not the best, but you can build around him. I mean, just look at he got Brandon Beal. He's good, right? And then you got that center Gortat. He actually became better there after he left the Suns.
What's up, 4 viewers? Got 4 viewers. Leave your questions in the chat. We're talking about the Washington Wizards and their really good roster. They should have a good roster.
They
Go ahead,
do, but I'm gonna take a little break because my mama just made some dinner, so I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
We're actually
Peace.
ending the podcast Parker our hypes at 10 o'clock. So it'll be an hour-long podcast, and then we will broadcast again next Saturday. So we'll have a timer again for probably Saturday, I don't know, 8 o'clock. We'll start sooner. Our apologies for figuring out how it's going to work this time. We had some issues.
Yeah, we'll get everything fixed. Next time we'll have this thing rolling and perfect.
There's a lot of stuff that we could be dealing with. But, let me say this. Throughout the NBA conversation, let me just say that the NBA this offseason went crazy. Let me just say that. I've never seen money being spent on useless bench players in my entire life.
Yeah, and then All-Stars also being, the P word. I'm not going to say it because, Kevin Durant being a PUSSY. Getting punked out. Well, my dad, he knows a guy that, follows OKC, hard. And he supposedly saw them go to a meeting up in the hotel, at a meeting at OKC. And, I guess apparently on ESPN, too, it's all ESPN is, I guess the rant being like something that Westbrook said. So pretty much he got bitched out. So pretty much you can say Kevin Durant's PSS as well. I thought Kevin Durant would be better than that and stronger than that. Especially, like I said, he's done so much for OKC. He's got his own place there, his own restaurant, for God's sake.
I mean, I just think that if he stayed in OKC, this would never have happened. But I think the reason why he did it was because he knew the team was really good and they needed a small forward. And Harrison Barnes wasn't going to come back and KD joined. So.
Well, I mean, he pulled a LeBron. That's plain simple.
LeBron had 3 All-Stars going with him. KD doesn't really have.
I mean, Dwayne brought over Chris Bosh and LeBron, and built that big 3 and won it.
I can't
That's
deny
the same
that.
way with OKC and Golden State. You got not 3, but you got 4. You got Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, and Stephen Curry. You bring on Kevin Durant, you're gonna have a solid team for the playoffs.
Sure, that's 100% true.
But you got a team that choked the 3-1. Plus you add on a guy that did choke a 3-1. So who knows? They might choke the 3-1.
You're getting choke after choke. Stephen Curry choked in the finals, and
Yeah.
No, but Kevin Durant is he's a coward. All right, because LeBron, he poured a LeBron. But if you look at LeBron, what he did when he went to the Heat were 5th in the East. All right, and in my opinion, the only good player they had 2 good players, Dwayne Wade, and then Udonis Haslem, and then they got Chris Bosh.
Haslem's better than what?
I like Udonis Haslam. I'm pretty sure I like him.
Bro, sorry, he's a bed cheek. He's a butt cheek.
No, he used to be good.
He used to be, but he's like 50 years old.
But
He's the Luke Walton of that team. He's been there for so many years.
if you look at the differences between what LeBron did and what Kevin Durant did, yeah, LeBron went to a team that was 5th in the East, that hasn't won a championship in a couple years. Since I think 06 is when I think that was his last championship other than before he joined. But then Kevin Durant goes to the best team in the NBA. They Stephen Curry just choked. But the best team in the NBA. Number one, they went to 2 finals 2 years in a row. See, that if he went to a different team, a struggling team, then yeah, I wouldn't be mad about that. But he went to the best team in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
That's just a coward. That's a coward move. And
Well,
he said it was to further his career.
Well, this is when the conversation I go back to earlier in the podcast was what Charles Barkley said about him. He's taking the easy way to get a championship ring. That's what he's doing. Now, I can understand if he went to like Celtics, right? Celtics is what, a 6th, 7th, 8th team in the East, right? I can understand if he goes over there, or even the Knicks, you know, because they're like a really bad team, or even the Wizards. Let's say he went to the Wizards with John Wall. Those are all like struggling teams, or even the Lakers for instance too. If he would have went to any of those teams, I wouldn't be as upset as I was when he went to Golden State.
Exactly. I would know. I would
be like, why he go here?
He's a
You know,
coward.
they have nothing.
That's true. Okay, guys. So for the last 10 minutes, we're going to take one last commercial break. We'll be right back. We'll finish the podcast at 10 o'clock. Thank you guys so much for joining. We'll be right back in 5 minutes. Stay tuned and put your questions in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Word. I'm going to keep my mic on. I'm going to keep my mic on. I got my mic on. Yo, mute that shit, bro.
Nah, play the music. Play the music.
I got
Hold up. Wait. Hold up. Wait. Stand up in the motor, what's the dashboard? Stand up in the motor, what's the dashboard? Hold up. Wait. Counters burning, money burning, graveyard, these niggas. Got them parking, big dog parking. Blood tails on me, Shout it, walk that way, I'm dripping Cardi, yeah, Put a gold bird on you, that's presenting. I put that lingo on her, she was Spanish. I feel the one leader of the Venice. It's continental and it's kind of rabbit. It's complimentary to the savages. Fuck around with me if you a tragedy. I'm on green, no asparagus. I think lane, it ain't embarrassing.
My feelings can't explain why after all this time you're still on my mind.
Three, two, one, go! Three, two, one, go! Three, two, one, go!
Yeah.
What's good, people?
What's going on?
Oh, okay. Well, let's finish out this live stream. Let's see if we're live here.
Yeah.
And we are live.
You're back. You're squad. Squad.
Okay, for the last 3 minutes of this conversation, guys, we're going to do a quick recap of what we talked about today in this podcast, and then I'll play some music. And this version of this podcast today on July 8, 2016. We'll do another one on July 16th, next Saturday. But I just want to say, guys, it's been a really good conversation. We talked a little bit about the Golden State Warriors, roasting the hell out of them as much as we could. Our hate for Kevin Durant, Harrison Barnes, and every single trade and transaction and draft picks and all the crazy stuff with the Cavs and all of our teams, the Grizzlies, the Cavaliers, the Hawks, I already said Grizzlies, Golden State Warriors, many more teams that have been improving this offseason. But on behalf of myself, Danny, Fusion, a.k.a. Parker, and Hypes, a.k.a. Will, thank you guys so much for tuning into this version of the podcast. Like I said here at the end of the question, I'll let the guys have the closing remarks and the music, and then we will be officially done with this podcast.